A very good morning to you. Welcome. Lovely to see you. It's another Monday morning. Um, I hope you're well. Every day takes us closer to the new normal, whatever that will be like. I had my second jab yesterday. I'm feeling absolutely fine. And just a bit of a heavy arm, that's all. But I'm feeling absolutely fine. And we are in 1 Corinthians 13 and verse 4. We're thinking about God's kind of love. And the first thing that Paul says to describe this kind of love is patient. Love is patient. Long-suffering. This is the kind of love that tolerates irritant after irritant after irritant without getting irritated, without responding badly. Long-suffering. That's a very difficult quality. It's easy to say, but difficult to live. Love is patient. And it reminded me of a verse in Exodus. You remember possibly when Moses asked God if he could see his glory. And the Lord said to him, I'll pass by you. I'll put you in a cleft of the rock. And I'll put my hand over you. And you'll see, and when I pass, you'll see my back. But you can't see my face. And so he did that. And as the Lord passed by Moses, he said, the Lord, a God merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and abounding in steadfast love and faithfulness. Slow to anger and abounding in steadfast love and faithfulness. This was what God declared about himself, the very first thing he said about himself, that he was merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and abounding in steadfast love and faithfulness. This is God's kind of love. Patient. When you think of how much patience the Lord showed with the people of Israel during their wandering in the wilderness, how many times they irritated him, how many times they didn't believe him, and they complained and they moaned. And every time he acted to show them the best way to live, to discipline them. But that is the quality. This is the first quality of love. Love is patient. This is something we should aim at. I know they say you shouldn't pray for patience, because if you get patience, you get tribulation, which worketh patience. But we need patience. And when you think about the fruit of the Spirit in Galatians 5, maybe one should have a finger in that while we read this passage about love, because the very first quality of the fruit of the Spirit, let me turn it over and be sure, Galatians, Ephesians, Philippians, here we are, Galatians 5. The fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, love, God's kind of love, the kind of love that is patient, that doesn't get irritated, that doesn't lose its temper, doesn't get fed up with the same thing over and over and over again. I suppose the possibly worst example of the sort of patience that we need sometimes is if we care for someone who is getting elderly and keeps telling us the same thing over and over again, or asking us the same question over and over again, or a small child, when they're asking questions, when they're at that stage when they say, why does the grass grow? And we say, well, because it comes up from the roots. Why? Well, because the roots are in the ground. Why? Well, because it's warm and it's rained and and the grass begins to grow. Why? You know what a child will do, keep saying, why? Why? Patience. We need patience with each other. Patience with those who take ages to understand something that seems quite straightforward to us, or someone who keeps making demands on our time. Patient. That's something to think about today. Think about that word, patient. Perhaps look it up in the dictionary and ponder, how can I express God's love more in the way I respond to other people? In patience. Love is patient. God is patient. And we bless him and thank him that he is the God who is merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and abounding in steadfast love and faithfulness. This is the God we serve. This is the God we follow. This is the God we want to be like. Lord, develop your fruit in my life. Let your kind of love grow in my life. Have a great day. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye-bye.